Coming to you live from the palatial studios of PBJ Productions. Welcome to Patrick and BJ Talk Real Estate, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything as it relates to real estate. Hey everybody, we're back. It's BJ.
And Patrick.
And we're here talking about all things real estate. Thank you for joining us. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. It helps with us growing the channel, and like the video, that helps also. And you want to subscribe so that you know whenever a video posts, so you don't miss anything that we're talking about. And today, we've said before, we talk about real estate things, but we've talked about other things that are relevant to the area that we live in, or just what's going on. And so today we just thought it'd be a good idea to talk about what's happening with your goals for 2023. What's happening with your thoughts about the new year and what you hope to accomplish, whether it's physically in your health, whether it's financially, whether it's owning a home, the whole gambit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Well, are your plans to upsize your home, downsize your home, right? What are you doing to stay on top of those goals? If it's business plan, right?
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it just in passing there, but what is it that you're hoping for 2023? Because hope is so powerful. There's a book called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And Viktor Frankl survived the Holocaust and survived the concentration camps. And one of the things he said in the book is he could always tell when someone lost hope, it wouldn't be long before they were gone. And he talks about how his hope that got him through the Holocaust was he had a hope to print and publish his book, because the Nazis took the manuscript and destroyed it for his book. So that was the hope that drove him through that. And so I guess I come back to that for all of us is what are you hoping for 2023? Have you put that in front of you so that you definitely know where you're going?
That was probably one of the best books I've ever read in my life. Like not making it anything bigger than it is.
Yeah.
It was one of the most meaningful books I've ever read.
Yeah.
Like for Viktor to go through Nazi concentration camp, and the way he describes the conditions there, how people had to survive there, and getting out onto the other side, and then still publishing his story.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. So, I know people can get really down on themselves and think might be out of their reach or impossible. But that's a huge, amazing, inspiring story.
Sure.
To not give up hope and always keep your eye on the prize, right?
Yeah.
Give yourself something to hold on to and keep working towards it little by little, right?
Sure.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if it's
I love that book.
Yeah, and right, if it's this is your year to buy a home, this, like you said, maybe it's the downsize year, maybe it's the upsize year.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the year that you're going to get in the best physical shape of your life. And we talked about that one time about just how easy it is to be physically active on the island here. And I think the idea is start somewhere, right? Start somewhere, do something.
Yeah.
And same with, if you're going to buy a house, start somewhere, do something, whether it's just starting to put a little bit of money aside every month. You might think, well, what's a little bit going to do towards just when I need this huge amount for a down payment? There's this thing called the compound effect, that as you start to do something, it compounds and compounds and compounds, and it will grow and grow and grow. Not just because of the money that you put in, but because it becomes easier every time to do it, right?
I think focusing on becoming 1% better every day.
Yeah.
It's less intimidating.
Yeah.
Right. And it's you can accomplish. I'll give you a couple examples from one of my kids. So he joined the basketball team. He's not the best player, to put it nicely. He's probably a little bit awkward still. You could tell he's maybe the weakest player on the team. So, but he loves playing basketball. So he practices at home. He wants to work on his shot. So instead of just shooting all the time, because like there's still little kids, he's 12 years old and the
Yeah.
basket's way up here.
Yeah.
So he wants to get stronger. So he's just doing push-ups. So he started off like 3.5 months ago. He could do 7 or 8 push-ups, maybe 10 push-ups if he, tried a little harder. So now it's 3.5 months. He can push himself to 50 push-ups without stopping.
Wow.
Like he doesn't get up, doesn't lay down on the ground, 50 push-ups. I thought like, wow, you know what? This is the same thing. Like he comes home from school, he does push-ups. Obviously, Christmas break, he kind of kept going randomly throughout the day. Not like a workout, we're going to do 45 minutes and then I'm done for the day. No, he just like, oh, I got killed on a video game. He gets down, does 10 push-ups. Oh, I got killed again. Gets down, does 10 push-ups.
Sure.
And it's the same thing as his chess playing has gotten better.
Okay.
So we're playing a little bit more chess. So like I keep going back to him. Like, he can finally beat me. It's kind of like 50-50, right? I'm not going to say I'm a great chess player.
Yeah.
I'm probably an average chess player. I can't say that I'm good, right? But I probably look great compared to somebody who just hasn't been playing.
Sure.
Still learning how to play.
Sure.
But I keep reminding him, remember when you first started playing? Like, you had to be reminded how the pieces move. And now, like, it's 50-50 that he's beating me. So I always reference, like, oh, remember when you started doing push-ups?
Right.
When something's hard, you haven't tried.
Sure.
Like, if you just keep trying on something, keep playing, keep practicing,
Yeah.
keep staying focused on whatever the goal is.
Yeah.
Then look back. Oh, my first open house. So I'm going to get totally carried away. First open house, a friend of my wife and I, she came to visit me during my open house. So it's like 19 years ago. And the thing that stuck with me, advice that she gave me, she said, look at your back, look at yourself, look back at yourself a year from now and make sure you recognize how far you've come.
Yeah.
That always stuck with me. You're feeling a little bit like, I'm not as far as I really want to be just yet. Look how far you've come.
Yeah.
If you're putting in the work, always reflect on your improvement.
Yeah.
Anyway, I totally got carried away with that.
It's so good. There's a great book I have called The Gap and the Gain, and it's all about being focused on where the gain of where you were and where you are. Maybe you're not right where you want to get to, but where are you? You're not back here, as opposed to focusing on the gap of, I have so far to go, I have so much to whatever, and so focusing on where you're making progress. And so same thing for as you're figuring out, whether it's the home purchase, whether it's your fitness goals, whether maybe this year you want to go on a holiday that you haven't gone on. We had COVID for, the time. And so whatever that is, we just want to really encourage you that this is the time, whenever it is the time to address it, but this especially because we're at the start of the year, we're still in January. Not sure when you're going to see this, but for us, we're still in January. And so this is a great time to grab a hold of yourself and set up some time to sit down and on purpose do this. Because what happens sometimes is you get a good idea, I'm going to do this, and that makes I'm going to write it down and do all those things. And then we go no further than the good idea. It's like saying, I want to go to the gym, or I need to go to the gym. And maybe you've never done this, but I've done this where I've said, okay, I need to do this thing. And then I let myself off the hook for at least wanting to do it. So I'm good. I don't need to go and do it,
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I want to go clean the kitchen, so that lets me off the hook of actually going and cleaning the kitchen right now.
Right. Instead of just don't think about it and
Just
do
go
whatever
and-
the task is.
Go and do it.
Yeah.
So same for all of us. Whatever your goals are for 2023, if you haven't, please, we just encourage you to take some time to set up those goals and then start taking steps towards achieving them, right?
Yeah. If it's house goals, if it's upsizing, downsizing, write down the obvious steps that you need to take care of and start ticking them off. And, don't be afraid to message us or reach out to us. And, we can assess your personal situation and then go from there. What else is missing from, let's say it's home ownership, or if it's a move up or move down. And then we can explain the whole process. Now you've got a clear list of all the things that you need to do. Roadmap. And you can get closer and start closing that gap to your goal.
Yeah. Well, actually, probably to put it in today's vernacular, GPS.
GPS.
Who uses roadmaps anymore?
Right here,
Right.
then there's no batteries. They're always got a signal. Like, I can read a map.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your time. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Take a few minutes and like the video. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments or reach out to us directly. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us and spending time with us. See you in the next video.
See ya.